Hey guys, so today is August 3rd, 2015, and I'm sure you're wondering what's the big deal about this particular date. And today happens to be mine and my husband's 7-month wedding anniversary. And I know some people are like, 7 months? Seriously? Like, are we in high school? I happen to have a particular reason for this video. So my husband and I are reading this book, 101 Nights of Great Romance by Laura Corn. And this book is really neat because it has 50 things for the guy and 50 things for the girl and one thing for you to do together as a couple. And the whole point of them is they're almost like little assignments or activities for each of you to do for the other person. And my particular little assignment this week, so I chose number 88, Sparks in the Air. And this one was really interesting because I'm supposed to technically hijack a radio station and like read a short poem to Patrick and record it, and then there were a lot of steps to it. And the funny thing is I almost never listen to radio unless it's like Pandora, which, you know, if most people know Pandora, and for like the little ads and stuff, you have to pay for them. So I kind of decided next best thing. I do a YouTube video, and I would talk about the book and the assignment, and I talk about my husband and I. And another reason I'm actually doing this is I'm gonna read my wedding vows that I wrote my husband. And I think it's just always going to be a really good reminder for him and I about why we're in love and why we decided to make this ultimate commitment to each other. And our wedding was very small, so a lot of people didn't get to see us get married, and unfortunately we didn't think to record it. My wedding vows, though, are at least written, so I can kind of read those back to people. So, yeah, here goes. Patrick. 7 years ago, when we were just babies who thought we knew everything, our paths merged. And yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forever, my favorite thing about our story will be how real it is. I wasn't ready for you 7 years ago. I had to go make every mistake I could to learn who I was and what I could offer you. For the past 2 years, we have created the strongest friendship I have ever had. You are my person. As we take this exciting step forward, here are the promises I make to you and Tristan. I promise to always communicate with you. I promise to be your voice of reason in times of stress and emotional confusion. I promise to always strive to do what's best for Tristan and do my best to make up for lost time. I promise to never give up, to continue to date you and fall in love over and over. I promise to face all of our problems head on and to never forget that we're on the same team. I promise to fiercely protect Tristan and any other children we may have and to strive to teach them something new every day. Our family will always come first. Thank you for accepting me for exactly who I am and still wanting to grow old with me. Here's to nerd love and laughter, to infinity and beyond, and straight back into your arms for time and all eternity. My husband and I don't have the quintessential love story. We were college sweethearts. My now ex-husband broke us apart, and it kind of just turned into we married the wrong people. And initially, when we reconnected, there was no thought of romance or getting back together. We just wanted to rebuild and rekindle that intensely strong friendship we had always had. And as time went on, we just realized that we were each other's missing puzzle pieces. And especially from day one of our marriage, and even a little prior, it hasn't been easy. Tristan is not biologically my son, and his bio mom has made our relationship very difficult, even though she's not even in the same state as us. She really honestly likes to cause a lot of drama and a lot of turmoil, and it's honestly really sad that she doesn't focus on her own son. So I decided to focus on her son as if he was my own. And he has been such a joy and such a blessing, even on the days that he really tests me and drives me up a wall. He's wonderful, he's loving, he's high energy, and I now could not picture my life without him. And with Patrick and I, from day one, my grandma passed away on our wedding night. I decided to stay in my hometown while my husband drove our son and my personal belongings back to the Midwest where we now live. And he came home to realize that the people who were supposed to be house sitting for us had abandoned their duties, and we had 4 dead puppies and several other severely malnourished animals, and we were suddenly in the middle of a criminal investigation, and my car got repossessed. I did get pregnant, but it turned out to be ectopic, and I had to have the baby and my fallopian tube removed in emergency surgery. We've not had an easy start, and I honestly think a lot of couples really tend to forget that for better and for worse is for real, because God decided that our for worse was what we were going to start with, and we've continually said that we're going to look back on 2015 and laugh. It's not been an easy year. It has not. And at the same time, I don't think I could have survived this year without my husband. I love him so much. And as, Meredith Grey and Derek said on Grey's Anatomy, sometimes you love each other even when you hate each other. Marriage is not easy. There are days where you want your spouse to get out of your face, or you want to smother them with a pillow, but you decide to make pancakes instead. There are days where, because you've had to put so much time and energy and effort into interacting with the kids, you don't have as much energy left for your spouse. Patrick has the patience of a saint. He gets up every day, goes to work, and he provides for our family, which lets me be a stay-at-home mom for our son. And even though my car got repossessed, it just was a situation where when I first got here, there was so much going on that the one thing that slipped by the wayside was our finances. And now our finances are under control, and we're paying off debt, and he's wonderful. I seriously love my husband to death, because there are days that he'll come home and he's had a rough day at work, but he listens to me complain about, that my goals for my business didn't go according to plan, or Tristan was really high energy and was really testing my patience today. He doesn't just come home and sit on the couch and do nothing. He comes home and he does housework, and he cooks dinner, and I have an amazing husband. It sounds really cheesy, but I do honestly feel like the luckiest girl in the world, because I look back at these past 7 months, and they were enough to have broken anyone's spirit, and yet he keeps me going, and he keeps me grounded, and he keeps me smiling, and I just need everyone to know how much I love him and how wonderful he is, and that every marriage can be that dream marriage. And I would highly recommend the Laura Korn books, because I don't care if you're engaged or you're newlywed or you're celebrating your 20 years together. There's always room for improvement, and there's always room to fall back in love with your spouse. So go get the Laura Korn books. and start doing those together, because my husband and I, we've read the 5 love languages together. We know about the Love Dare. We've read Love by Numbers, and it gave us that solid foundation, so we knew who the other person was and what the other person needed to feel loved. But Laura Korn's books are great because they kind of give you a guideline to make excuses for date nights or to make excuses to sit down and discuss things together. They give you the ability to show each other affection, and I'm really excited that we decided to do these together, and I hope that you guys have not only enjoyed my video, but that it's given you something to reflect on, and that you actually want to go out and buy these books and, you know, recommit to your spouse. So thanks for watching, guys, and again, Patrick, I love you.